Catching up with Jared from Head PE on the Underground. It is Ned. Jared, how are you, man?
Yeah, bro, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining me, man. Now, you guys have just wrapped up a monster tour with Soil and Nonpoint. First up, how was that one?
Dude, it was so fun and 1,000 people at least every night. So for us that was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, that is crazy right there. And I was thinking, Jared, it sort of feels like at the moment a bit of a resurgence in new metal. Would you agree with that? Like in 2024, like the last couple of years, it feels like it's growing back to where it was in the late 90s, early 2000s sort of thing.
That's you know what? I hope you're right. You know, I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing for fucking 25, 30 years, just rocking out. So if people are enjoying new metal, that's good for me.
Yeah, well, I'm a new metal kid from way back, and I want to say congratulations on Detox. Speaking of great new metal, great album. It debuted at #1 on iTunes, right?
That's right. I'll be fucking bragging about that for the rest of my life.
Speaking of bragging rights, it was nominated for a Rock Grammy as well, right?
There you go. Yeah. So, I'm proud of the record. It took me like over 2 years to make that record, and it came out, really nice, and I'm just glad that the people like it.
Yeah, yeah, of course, man. And you guys signed to Sub Noize Records as well. How's the fit there for you, Jared?
Well, the music business is a fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So they're nice people over there, but I mean, what can I say? I've always loved the people at Suburban Noize, and I appreciate the work they've done on Detox for sure.
Yeah, nice. Because like you're saying, the music business is all over the place. Because it went away for a little bit, didn't it? Sub Noise or dropped off, and now it's back, and yeah, hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I've done like so many records with so many different labels that I've kind of gotten a little bit jaded, and um, just a little bit numb to all of it. I just keep my head down and keep writing music and touring and just doing my best to pay my bills with this rock and roll.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of new music, you just released one with Obnoxious. Pretty cool one, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't remember that song. We did it so long ago, but I
Oh,
just
really?
heard my publicist told me they just released it. But I like that guy, that kid Obnoxious. He's cool and I like his style. So I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, it's very funny that you don't remember it. It's called Everything Is Ants, and it is a good one. So there you go.
I do so many features. Well, that one was a record label, like, a teaming up for the label. But I'm constantly doing features like with artists all over the world to make cash. I do a lot of features with Australian artists and hardcore bands and stuff. So it all becomes kind of a blur for me
Yeah,
until I
definitely.
track. If I hear the track, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Well, I know you're going to remember this one, Jared. Only in America. It just turned 20 years old. Crazy right there. I know you're not I don't look at you as a nostalgic type guy, but you sort of seem to be moving forward and releasing new music and all that sort of thing. But would you ever be sort of open to doing anniversary shows for albums like Only in America or?
I'm definitely open to it if the money's right. You
Yeah,
know, I would never just do it for the sake of doing it.
yeah,
But if I got because to me, if the money is a reflection of the marketplace, right? So that would let me know that people wanted that. Whether it be like the next year's the 25th anniversary of Broke, right?
right, yeah.
So if my agent came up to me and said, "Hey, they're offering this much for you to do a broke tour," and if the number was nice, then I'd be totally into it. But of course, I wouldn't just do it to do it, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it all comes down to business at the end of the day. I'd like to see back to bass acts. Bass acts. That would be
Oh yeah.
that's my favorite Head PE record, man. I just
I'm glad, that's a good one. And that one has a place in my heart. Those songs, there's still a lot of songs from that record that we play live, like Peer Pressure and Sophia.
yeah.
Those songs have stood the test of time for sure. I really enjoy doing Back to Base X because I was really studying like the Clash and just old school rock and punk.
Yeah.
And Back to Base X was me trying to kind of embrace that type of like rock and roll and punk rock, that approach to the genres, which I'm really into these days as well. Just kind of like the way the Clash used to do it, where you're not just layering 10 guitar tracks and all that. I'm more into like a stripped down sound, that just something like Back to Base X has that on it, where it's just like drums, bass, guitar, vocals. Here, let's go.
Yeah, no, absolutely love it, man. That's, and that one's coming up to 20 years in a couple of years' time as well. So,
yeah.
man, it's wild right there. So, but like I was saying, you guys just keep moving forward and releasing great new music. Detox not too long ago. It's still got plenty of legs on it. Do you think there'll be, or have you started looking into that new project yet?
Oh, definitely. I have different records, like kind of like gimmicky records that'll come out between Detox that I can't really give the details on, between Detox and the next full length self-titled. Like the next full length self-titled record probably won't be out till summer, although I'm really working on it, and I have a lot of musical ideas and a lot of lyrics too that I've written, but I don't like to rush the shit.
Definitely, you can't be rushing these things. So, how is the recording process for you? Are you doing a lot of this on the road, or is it on downtime, or just whenever you get the chance?
Yeah, that's the thing, is since like the nature of my career is kind of changed to where I'm just making most of my money from touring.
Yeah.
So that means that like I'm having to record the record between tours, where like back in the day, they would pay me enough money to just stay home, where now I don't get enough money to just stay home. So I'm touring, I'm coming home, and I'm working on the record. I'm working on it on the road a little bit, but sometimes that gets really difficult, it gets difficult to do shows and work on the record. Although I've done that a lot, but I have a home studio, where I can record everything but the drums. So that helps a lot. And I've recorded vocals on the road, no problem. I have a mobile gear and stuff. But yeah, so summer 2025 be the follow-up to Detox, which I'm going to call Relapse.
You're relapsing. Oh, I like it right there. That's very interesting. Thanks for sharing that, man. Like,
Right
and
on.
I saw that you got high praise for Mummy Milkers, who you're heading out on the road with in early 2025. I tried to look them up, and I come up with some weird things. I do not think it's
That's funny, dude. Yeah, they're little known band. They're all like Native Americans, kids, like really young, like most of them teenagers, if not early 20s. And we were playing, I believe, in New Mexico, and they opened up for us, and I was just blown away. They're so great. And I'm good friends with their manager, Brandon, as well. So yeah, dude, you know what? I need to find out their website, and I'll post it on our Instagram and the Facebook. Because yeah, that's funny. What did I hear about? I was watching something where, God, I can't remember it, but a really famous band. They had first were calling their band Mommy's Milkers or something.
Yeah.
Uh, and then they switched it. I mean, like a really famous band, but it escapes me right now who it was. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, prepping for this, I looked it up and it was some sort of strange, I don't know, mother giving advice on. I'm like, this is not it.
oh no, no, they're a punk rock band. They're the shit, dude. Yeah, I'll
Man, yeah.
follow up on that. I'll post it.
Thanks, Jared. All right, man. Well, we've been discussing it. 25 years in music. Well, or longer. It's crazy. So, and you're on the road a lot. You've seen a lot. What would you say the most wildest thing that's happened to you throughout your career?
Wow, getting married and having kids.
Slowing you down.
I think that's the wildest shit that I've been through.
And that is the greatest answer to the question right there. I love it.
Dude, I can hear here's the thing, dude, I met my wife on the Broke tour
Oh, wow.
and if that really dates it, the time I met her, it was the original lineup of Head PE. That really put you, let you know. But anyway, so we have a 17-year-old, but then we have a COVID baby too, a daughter that's only 3.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty amazing. But yeah, you know what? The strangest thing, I always go to the scary thing where I saw a kid hit his head on the barrier who was like stage diving or some. He tried to get on stage and slipped and hit his head.
Damn.
And then just like passed out between the barrier and the stage, just like, and didn't wake up forever. Like the ambulance came and it was pretty gnarly.
Well, where was that? Do you remember where that was, Jared?
Yeah. This was in at a place that I think they closed. It was called the Crowbar in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, damn, there you go, man. All righty. Well,
okay, but one time my DJ threw like a 10-year-old kid from the stage into the crowd. That was insane. Like, talk about a moment where you were just holding your breath. I was all, I don't know. It looked pretty scary to me.
You're just thinking of a lawsuit.
Dude. And I think like they still come to the shows and he's all grown up. And I do remember meeting him and him telling me the story, and I always let him know, oh wow, that really scared me. But you know what? I've had such a long career. I've seen the craziest shit, but it tends to just become a huge blur,
Yeah.
Some of the crazier stuff is things that aren't even happening at the show. Just like, we were in a Walmart parking lot, and a guy ran out of the parking lot, and there was security running after him. And my security, my tech guy, grabbed the guy and took him down, and they got it on film, and it kind of went viral. So he and I were on Fox News, and he fucking held the guy down till the police got there. But anyway, I could just go on forever. And some of the, because I'm not going to tell some of the more seedy, dirty stories, because that's would be a disrespect to my family. But you know what I mean? Like my early career was just filled with a lot of dirtiness and just the whole cliche of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But I'm still here to tell the story, so it's all right.
Yeah. Well, man, it brings me to the question. I love to ask all of my guests this, and you're a perfect person for this, Jared. What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't involved in music? You've had such an amazing career so far, but if you weren't in music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well, and that question means like if I were smarter when I was younger and had stayed in school, because I've kind of painted myself into a corner where rocking out is just all I know. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know another way to bring home the bacon. I'll tell you what, you know, my brain isn't, I don't have the brain of a financier or, you know, I could see myself doing some like being a school teacher or, you know, if I wouldn't probably have like started smoking weed, I probably could have made myself into a lawyer or something. But you know, it's real easy to sit here and pick these lofty things I could have been. But I do really respect school teachers and all that. Um, and lawyers. I have huge respect for lawyers and lawmakers. So I guess maybe that's why I would see myself doing that, because it seems like a job I wouldn't hate, you know?
Yeah. That's the most important thing. All right, man. So before I let you go, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Australia? You've been touring down here a bunch and you're heading back our way in February, not too long at all. What do you think of when you
Yeah,
think
I'll
of
tell you
Australia?
what, we've never had a bad show in Australia. I love the beach there. I've got a friend, Sam, out there who's taken me to the beach, and that was beautiful. It was really windy though, and I think it was winter in Australia. But I just love it there. You know, I have to be honest, I haven't had much time to like you know, be a tourist. It's
Yeah.
mostly just show to show, you know, whatever I can see during the day, you know. But we've we've always been embraced there, and always I've never had a bad show there, which is saying a lot, you know.
Oh, well, that is amazing. And you can catch these guys live, of course, in Australia. It will be summer. There's some good news there. February 2 in Perth, February the 5th in Adelaide, the 7th in Melbourne, the 8th in Sydney, and wrapping things up on the 9th at the Triffid in Brisbane. Grab those tickets through octoberpresents.com. Jared, very
Yeah.
much appreciate you taking time out, man, and very much looking forward to this tour.
Yeah, get those tickets. Come rock out with us. I look forward to seeing y'all there. My friend, thanks for taking the time out and having me on.
Thank you, man.